All right, so 4.2, day 3, solving algebraic equations. You will be able to solve algebraic equations in factored form. I skipped 4.2, day 2 on purpose. Remember, we talked about that in class because this is a little bit easier. So sometimes an algebraic equation includes an expression with parentheses. You can solve equations in more than one way. So what we're going to do is what we've been doing for a couple weeks now. We are going to use the distributive property because we cannot combine 3x plus 1. They are unlike terms. So we are going to distribute the 2 to each term separately. So if you look down here, we have 2 times 3x, which is 6x. 2 times 1 is 2. So now we have 6x plus 2, okay, equals 11. So I'm going to go back up here. 6x plus 2 equals 11. Okay, this is a basic two-step equation. Draw your line, circle your variable. You're going to subtract 2 from both sides, which is exactly what they're doing. They just do it horizontally. We do it vertically. Our 2's are going to cancel out. We get 6x equals 9. We need to undo our multiplication, so we divide both sides by 6. And 9 over 6 reduces to 9 and 6 are both divisible by 3. It's going to give us 3 over 2, or you could have 1 and a half. Okay? So your answer would be, oops, sorry about that, x equals 3 halves. All right. So we are going to scroll down here. And it says, here we go. Now we have the same thing, but we're distributing a fraction. So 1/6 z plus 1/6 equals 6. All right. We're going to draw our line and circle our variable. We need to subtract 1/6 from both sides. Okay, so 6 minus 1/6 is going to be 5 and 5/6 equals 1/6 z. All right, so now we need to undo multiplication with division, but we don't divide fractions. We multiply by the reciprocal, which is 6 over 1. So times 6 over 1. So I need to turn 5 and 5/6 into from a mixed number into an improper fraction. So 6 times 5 is 30, plus 5 is 35/6. So I have 6 over 1 times 35 over 6. All right, those 6's are going to cancel out, and you're going to get z equals 35. Okay? I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. We have 2 examples right here, so I am going to pause it. I'm going to have you work on B and C, and then we'll go over them together. Okay, so the first one, 1.5 times W is 1.5W. 1.5 times 2 is 3. And bring down the plus 2 equals 8. Now, I draw my line and I went to circle my variable, which we can, but if I notice, I had a 3 and a 2 that are like terms that we can combine. We talked about combining like terms today in class. So positive 3 and positive 2 make positive 5. So I have 1.5W plus 5 equals 8. Now we circle that variable. We need to undo the addition of 5. So I get 1.5W equals 3. Then we need to undo the multiplication of 1.5. So we divide both sides by 1.5. Here's my log division, and I get W equals 2. W equals 2. Okay, so now go ahead and try C, and then we'll come back. Okay, so for the last one, 2x plus, we have to distribute 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times negative x is negative 5x equals 40. So I draw my line, and I go to circle my variables, and I realize I have 2 of them. So we need to combine those like terms first. So here's my work right here. I have 2x minus 5x, keep, change. That's 2x plus negative 5x, so I get negative 3x plus 10 equals 40. Now we can circle our variable. We need to subtract 10 from both sides. 40 minus 10 is 30, so I have negative 3x equals 30. Now to undo the multiplication, we divide both sides by negative 3, and 30 divided by negative 3 is 10, negative 10. Okay, I want you guys to try this one on your own, and then we're going to go over it, and then you will be finished. So go ahead and turn off, try it, and then we'll come back. All right, so I worked it out here. We have to distribute. Negative 4 times 2y is negative 8y. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. I then have to combine my like terms. 15y minus 8y is 7y. So we have 7y plus 12 equals negative 2. Now we need to subtract 12 from both sides, and I get 7y equals negative 14. Here's my work right over here. Negative 2 minus 12, keep change, is negative 14. Divide both sides by 7, and you get y equals negative 2. So what I did over here is I did my check. I plugged in, every time I had a y right here and right here, I plugged in negative 2. And then I solved it. There's my work to show that we got the correct answer. All right? Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.